Yo, driven a chunk, guys. And the last 2 days, I've just been doing some beta testing. Finally, I haven't really done much of it this week, but kind of figured I might as well try some of the builds that I'm hoping to maybe go for. And I actually just found this one today, and it's pretty fun. It's using Stormspire, so we're gonna call this a Storm Barb. And of course, this gear is kind of end game, but nothing crazy that I don't think I couldn't get through farming. And yeah, this thing is pretty badass. We're going to be spinning to win, but we're going to do it in style. We're going to be calling down Thor's thunder and lightning and all this stuff. So a bunch of lightning facets in there. Griffin's Eye, of course. Then we're going to have Atmoscarab, or just that amp damage proc for the phys damage that we're doing. And yeah, I just like double damage types. It just negates immunities for the most part. And just some dual leech, string of ears. There's no corruptions on these because we're in beta. We're going to be using Innocence armor. I've never made a character that used it, but it will be benefiting with the cast on hits. For that, 75% chance to cast level 40 stag field on strike, 60% chance to cast 35 charge bolt on strike. That will be very nice. And then we got some steel rents, just for some more crushing blow, stuff like that. So I just kind of threw this all together. Of course, we got our Torch and Annie, just our res charms, and then some lightning facets, or excuse me, lightning large charms. With some FHR, because to me, FHR is incredibly important, especially since we're playing hardcore. And the way I'm testing this, if this is going to be viable for hardcores, is we're just going to do maps with no potions, just to see what kind of damage they take and what their recovery is like and things like that. So you see we have 101% elemental pierce, as well as, or 48% elemental pierce and 101% mastery. You know, I tried it with Ormus robe to get some more, but I just, you know, you need the defense if you're whirlwinding into stuff, and in a sense, it's a really good armor. Life leech, mana leech. The thing kind of sucks for single target, and then I'm just using these for just the thematic effect. So when you get to the boss, if you're not, you know, whirlwind doing enough damage, you just swap and frenzy him down, and you could definitely put some big bonk, heavy two-handed stuff in here, and that would take care of any of your single target problems. So there's our gear, and we're going to do this run without an Infinity Merc, just to see how it goes. I'll go over the skills real quick. Like I said, max out Whirlwind, max out Frenzy, just leap for movement, max out Polearm Mastery. You put a little bit more points into combat reflexes just so you can hit that 86 breakpoint. And honestly, for faster hit recovery, you gotta have 86. 48 just feels terrible, and 200 is just not really realistic for the most part, and this does fine. A little bit more into Iron Skin, as well as natural resistance, and then War Cries, you know, max out Battle Command, and a couple points into Battle Cry if you need it. Yeah, and it works pretty good. Not too crazy of an investment for some of the stuff. You got to get 78 strength for this one, and then 130 dex just for this, and then 136 for lightsabers. But again, that would change with whatever you use different two hands. And we're capped out on reses. We're way over capped on some of the lightning reses and stuff like that. But yeah, is what it is. Again, no corruptions, no merc. Let's just go into a Blood Moon map. I try to avoid things that have, like, you know, minus player hit recovery. You know, you can get away with minus resistances if you're over capped. I'd stay away from Crushing Blow. And even if monsters have too much hit recovery, like say monsters have like 89% increased hit recovery, that could be a little dangerous, just because they're not going to get knocked back when you hit them, and they just will be attacking you. But for the most part, that's what I do for my map since we play hardcore. But let's give it a whirl, pun intended. The most dangerous part, if we were playing hardcore, is just to get your frenzy stacks up. I personally feel that they should add more frenzy stacks. Yeah, let's get a big old mob going. Force swap, keep the frenzy up. That's the most vulnerable this character will be. Is when you gotta reproc that frenzy, so. I know the damage numbers don't look crazy right now for the DPS, but you know, kind of cuff ourselves a little bit when we have to start the map with frenzying. Right, it's going up, you can see. Arrow. And the key. Just really fun. I've been, you know, really trying to, you know, think of something different. I'm sure this has already been done, but Stormspire did get a buff this season. I can't remember what they buffed, but I always looked at this weapon. I'm like, what can you really do with it? And I just never really thought too much about it for Whirlwind, but doing okay. Just seems fun. I just really kind of want to have fun builds this season. And ones that might not get nerfed, you know, right away. I don't think this will get nerfed. Now, again, we don't have an Infinity Merc. So we'll do a map with an Infinity Merc. After this, we'll just get to the boss. And, you know, so you guys can see the. Oh, nice! I barely caught that frenzy. Look at that. That's the most dangerous part. And so, yeah, when we have our Infinity Merc, things will be dying a lot quicker. Now, is this better than, you know, pure physical Whirlwind build or bleed Whirlwind? No, obviously not. But is it cooler looking? Hell yeah. And that's what I like. Is it fun to play? Does it feel unique? You know. But you know, there's the people that just wanna, if it doesn't map within 3 minutes or whatever, they don't want it, something ridiculous. But you know, it's for any tier 1, tier 2. You know, here's a tier 3, obviously. It's fine. Again, no rejuvs. That's the way I test for hardcore characters. I'm sure other people do. Just no rejuvs. See how it goes. And I'm not using battle cry or anything like that. So. Top the fence. It's just fun though, man. I love Whirlwind. Oh, here's a big scary mob. Let's see how it does. I'll wipe those down a little bit. Do the frenzy stack. Switch back. Good. Boss. So again, no Infinity Merc. Oh, you don't have that. But it just looks badass, man. It just looks really unique. I like it. I saw somebody make a who was it that made the bear sword with this thing, this weapon? It's pretty good. So, you know, if you have mobs by the boss, you can kind of get away with whirlwinding, but we did about half the life on there, and it kind of works, but you start to lose it, and then you just might as well just push back. And again, this is where its shortcoming is, but you could change that if you want to just put on some better, you know, weapons for frenzy. And then you're fine. And you would, you know, 2 stone crushers on this thing, and you just instantly kill it. I just have the lightsaber just for thematic effect. I probably wouldn't use that. I would probably use stone crushers or something like that. But let's kill some more stuff. It's just so fun. Whirlwind is so fun. Hope you don't, you know, have epilepsy or, you know, careful with that, because sometimes the procs can be a little shocking. You know, pretty fun though. So you guys get the deal. And again, you can also not use a Infinity Merc. You know, just get a Putz Spitter, an Act 1 Rogue Merc. Accomplish kind of the same thing, but as you see, dual leech, or not dual leech, dual double damage type. You know, see, this guy's immune to lightning. This is a good example. You know, we kind of not the best. We don't leech off him as much. You definitely don't want that mana. But if we had an Infinity Merc, or like I said, Putz Spitter, Act 1 Merc, just fine. And that guy's lightning immune. Doesn't matter. And static field, of course, will lower enemy light resist a little bit. So this is a really cool weapon. Very cool. Alright, let's go and put our Infinity on our Act 2 Merc and see how it goes. Okay, let's try our Infinity Merc with this one here. So yeah, as always, everyone knows any elemental damage build is going to do better with Infinity, or at least a Putz Spitter on an Act 1 Merc, which is a cheaper option, which you know, usual suspects, Templars might for the Might Aura, attack speed, life leech, and I would try to put some PDR on him somewhere so he stays alive. You gotta kind of have to guard him when you're playing Whirlwind, because the reason he dies so much is because he's walking more than he's attacking. He's trying to catch up to you. So if you just kind of hover around him, you definitely have to do that in maps like Throne Room Insanity and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's see how Storm Barb does with its Infinity buddy. Let's just spin right in and see what the damage is. Where's all the cows? It said spin in. There we go. No. Frenzied up.
It's locked.
Whirlwind's so fun. I gotta get better at that frenzy thing. I let it fall off too much. But yeah, I was just looking for fun, interesting builds. I don't know, Storm Guard or a Stormspire got a buff. So wanted to try it out. And I was always curious like what you could do with this weapon, and I was like, pretty fun. All Torture map. I have yet to play the new map. So yeah, the 6-socket Stormspire will be a little expensive. All the facets will be expensive. The whatever Griffin's eye, of course, will be expensive. Innocent. So this isn't a cheap build, but you know, Whirlwind you can just do the lightning immune. Frenzy. Oh, barely made it. Oh, I didn't make it. Damn it. Yeah, I feel they should just make the duration a little longer, or maybe make it so, like, even when you're attacking with other abilities, it counts towards your frenzy stack. Maybe that might be too broken, but I don't know. It just feels clunky to have to hit it every 30 seconds, you know? And that's your most vulnerable spot, obviously. Of course, archers. Archers are always dangerous. Damage on the boss while we got all the mobs. Oh, he's physical and lightning immune, huh? Oh, he dead. Sorry for the bad gameplay. I'm a little clunky, a little rusty. I haven't played Barb in a while. So you get the idea. Pretty all right. No health potions. You know, you obviously can still die. You stop whirlwinding, you get hit with the wrong stuff. But having, you know, 86 faster hit recovery for any melee class, I think any class, is incredibly important if you're playing hardcore. If you're not playing hardcore, then it doesn't really matter. But very cool build, very fun. I'm excited for Season 11. And like I said, I got one more build for another character that I'm going to want to do. It's probably going to be my starter character. And I'll show you the endgame variant of that in the next video. So if you guys don't mind, you know, supporting the channel, drop me a like, drop me a sub would be awesome. I'm really close to 500 subscribers, and I'm going to keep making some content. And I'll see you guys on the next video.